got like it's a button with
Got
an
it,
exclamation
Tony.
point
I
on
got it.
I got it.
This meeting is being live streamed.
I'm going to
Hello,
say
meeting.
new
All right.
recording in progress. I'm going to do new screen recording.
Hey, dudes.
And I'm going to record my microphone with it because I
So
also
you
need
were going
to
to
do
record the
that.
map?
I was going to record the map. You want to record the map?
I'm already recording the map.
Oh, geez.
I
Well,
do
you know,
it
I'm just
'cause
a
you're
guest in your house. Audio recording, record my microphone.
Put your
Yeah.
feet up.
Which means that
Recording! I'm just
eventually
happy
I
to
will
be
have
here.
to composite everything together, which means
Right.
eventually
Or I
will need how
will.
to I will need to figure out how to do that. I don't want to make you do that, Jason.
Yeah.
Jason, put your
Unless
feet
you
up.
like it.
All
All
right.
right.
Character sheet. Like you're here as a guest.
I do not like it.
Unless you're a bunny.
Spoiler for who our guest star is this episode.
It's me.
All right,
It's
yeah.
me,
FYI,
Mario.
My mom also said that she could only hear Jason.
Hi, Renee.
So just
I said that back then. Renee,
Renee,
can
can
you
you hear
hear
me?
your daughter? No, no. Is it just me? Is it just me?
all right. Do we have the new link yet
We
for me to
do.
send my mom?
Do you want me to tweet it? Is that what I should?
Yeah, you should do that, or send it to Erica's mom.
One of the two. I mean, you could tweet it directly at my mom if you want. I don't know if she'll see it
Wait,
on
what's
Twitter.
her Twitter account?
It's at
Renee
Renee En.
En.
I was gonna say
R-E-N-A-E.
she definitely follows the Total Party Kill account, or
She never
or,
tweets. She's just a lurker.
yeah,
She's a lurker.
or
Lurker's
the Tony Cindelarn or Pony Cindelarn account or something. There was definitely some internet
Some connect-
conversation. Yeah.
connection there.
All
All right. Well, I had a beautiful
Reneaen?
new Gamma
There's
World
two E's
live thing, and nobody's
end
ever
there.
going to see it. But you do
R-E-N
get
here, I'll
you get
just type
this.
it in.
That's what you get.
Thanks for nothing, macOS Ventura. Is that what it is?
It's really Rogue Amoeba's fault because they disable
Oh.
all their software on new betas.
They do that for good reasons that you explained on a podcast I listened to.
Yeah, except I'm also skeptical that it actually does work, and they're just being spiteful. But
Look,
I don't know.
I don't want to get on podcast
I don't-
on that side.
no,
He's
he-
local.
He
can
already
find it.
and he already texted me typos. So
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
I don't read
you
the
know,
Chris Pepper emails anymore, but I get the Paul
Mhm.
Kafasis.
Somebody
text.
threw
He
pizza
texts me
once,
direct
and he like got it worked onto a
texts.
brick. So that's a man who bears a grudge.
You know,
guess.
I don't normally send people messages about the typos on their blogs because I am on the receiving end of enough of that I don't want to put that out in the world. But whenever I see a typo on Paul's blog, I do send it to him because in text. I text it to him because he texts it to me. So it's like I'm
you
going
go.
to give as good
My,
as I
my
get.
mom says hi, by the way.
Hi,
Hello,
Renee.
Renee.
All right. Well, I just have dice,
I'm changing
That's-
my background.
and
I know.
and
This was
and
just for fun.
here's the weird thing because I'm throwing back to 4th edition here.
Mhm.
But the weird thing is when I print it out from your little automated
I know.
construction kit,
I'm not gonna-
well, you're not going to
look.
be able to see it, but they're very small.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything bad about the only remaining working Gamma World character generator,
Right.
but it
Mine
does,
was on 2 pages, and I had to tape them together.
Yeah, it
because I didn't
does
have any legal
kind of
paper.
look like
I had the 3rd page that was empty.
maybe something a college sophomore did for a JavaScript project.
Hey, thanks, college
And-
sophomore.
Yeah,
So,
and you
yeah.
know what? That's better than I did. And you were the foundation. The XKCD comic with the one guy in Nebraska maintaining,
Mhm.
thing that we are that tower. And you
So-
are doing it.
I have found the best way to use the generator is on an iPad in Safari at 85%. If you take a screenshot
Oh my god.
and do a full screenshot,
And make sure your
it's-
battery is at half power.
Exactly,
And you
yeah.
have airplane mode turned on.
it's,
I
Bright
read-
should the
you
screen
can
be.
create a
So
better
while-
PDF.
While Aline was saying that, I took a screenshot of the PDF and cropped it and pasted one of the things in a different place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I just imagine
And
that
printed that out.
There you go.
Look at
And
you.
it's slightly larger.
printing character sheets ready to tear them up when you die. I did.
No,
I
this is
don't-
getting framed, baby.
I did. I was in an attempt to lure in a guest star. I did create several other rando characters that I thought had funny names and combinations. I won't announce any of them here until we get people. But Jason was not interested in any of those. And went
No, I
for his
used
own.
I used my own random generator, and then I used a random character name generator on the internet, and then I modified
Yeah.
it a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So But someday we may meet some of the other characters I generated because I was like, some of our guests aren't going to want to make a character. They're going to
Also, depending on how many times I die, I might need a random character, but I will then take the name away.
Spirit.
And I will be creating a very, very deep dive Doctor Who character reference. Just like
I just assume you have a spreadsheet, Erica, with like 17.
Oh no, I have to come
Doctor
up with
Who
these like
anagrams. Oh,
yes,
they have to be
his name is Stephen.
Actually, no. Stephen had nothing to do with this one. I explained it to him, and he was very impressed.
I just meant that your spreadsheet of Doctor Who references lives in your house with you. Yes.
It walks around, and his name is definitely Stephen.
The spreadsheet.
There's a second tab called the Sandbaggers.
Oh God.
We only have one more episode to go, and then we have to start over.
Congratulations to Sandman.
You can read the Greg Rucka comic that is basically just what if I took some Sandbagger episodes and made them into comic books.
Wait, what? That's a thing?
Oh yeah, it's a very good comic, but he cribs liberally from the Sandbaggers.
Great artists steal.
Yeah. So Queen and Country by Greg Rucka is a very good spy comic that is
noted.
You could either say it is probably wavers back and forth between heavily inspired by Sandbaggers and I think at one point like just borrows like recycles a plot from one of the episodes. So it's a very good spy comic. A little guy named Anthony Johnson wrote a guest issue for it like 20 years before I knew who Anthony Johnson was. So, yeah. Anyway.
Whatevs.
Should we do the thing?
Cool.
It's 8:39. I don't know how we do anything.
Oh wait,
Tuesday night. I was here for Tuesday nights for a little while, and then I went away.
Yeah, then you went away.
You know who else was here for Tuesday nights? It's probably going to be back soon. It's Dan.
Wait, is that true?
Dan, maybe.
Well, I don't know if he'll be back for Tuesday nights.
Easing his way back into his commitments.
I've seen him more on Twitter lately. He's going to be on Clockwise again soon.
Yeah, so I heard.
I figure professional podcasts go several notches before Tuesday night.
Yeah, I know. Steven said something about
decidedly
him being on Clockwise.
unprofessional.
He's what?
Also, I suspect like childcare is available during the day and not in the Tuesday evenings. I don't know.
Yeah, it's called Dan.
Yeah.
Just give the kid a weird Doctor Who character name, and we're good to go.
All right. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar. He, him. I am your game master, not your dungeon master, because once again, we are not playing Dungeons and Dragons. We are playing Gamma World. That's right. Every now and then we play something that is not Dungeons and Dragons on this podcast, and no one has gotten mad at me about it yet. Cue the angry one-star reviews. Yeah. We are continuing our Gamma World adventure. Allow me to introduce the players that are joining us today, and then we will briefly recap the story so far and continue things. First up, it's Aline Sims.
I have no bad poetry this week. I'm playing Charlotte Varsk, the cryokinetic reanimated. We both use she, her pronouns.
Also joining us, Erica Ensign.
Hello. Yes, Erica Ensign, she, her. I play Chase Tarrant, a telekinetic fungoid whose pronouns are it or they.
And next up, Micah Sargent.
Aha! Hello, I am Micah Sargent. You got it right. Good work, Tony. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Clement Ashfire, who is a mythic mindbreaker. Pronouns both he, him, and they, them.
Now, I will say we have a special guest star, and I never know what the best way to do with special guest stars. People watching the video stream already know who this person is. People listening to Bootleg already know who this person is. People watching the edited episode are about to learn the name of this person, but perhaps we will save the name of their character for later. Is that how we do things? Jason Snell.
Tony, I'm so angry that you're doing Gamma World. Where do I lodge a protest? Do I write that in like a book by Dan Moore?
Yeah. Congratulations. There's a new book. You get one more complaint.
All right. Okay. It's good to be here doing some Gamma World. Not my first time on Gamma World. I killed everybody the last time I guested. So
yeah. I don't know if you should be showing
Will
your
I be
face
playing the Iron King again, Tony?
You will not. This particular Gamma World adventure takes place in a different part of Gamma Terra, a world far away from the steading of the Iron King in the lands they call Fargo. I just want people to know that I did a lot of research this weekend about tourist locations in a city called Fargo, and what I thought they might be like after the apocalypse. So yeah, and if I get anything wrong, people of Fargo, I'm sorry. Slash, this is a slightly different alternate universe. Yes, Jason is joining us. We will meet Jason's character very soon. So what have we been up to? Well, our three main characters, as it were on the road to Fargo, to the major settlement in this area of the world. And on reaching Fargo, things were not well. All the businesses were shut up. There were no people in the streets. It seemed like people had kind of barricaded themselves or sealed themselves away because there was an attack by these strange fungal zombies roaming the street. Apparently, this is a thing that happens in Fargo, and for the most part, they kind of just take shelter and weather the storm and wait until they leave. But this particular attack, you interfered with, and thanks to your interference, saved the deputy mayor, Ark Skystone, from being kidnapped. And he is particularly appreciative of that. You just did a big scavenge of some junk piles and have some lovely parting gifts to take with you. Brian Hamilton wanted to let me know that Appliance Repair Rat wants to spend some time with those carpet steamers, and so he will do that. And then perhaps we will see Winslow the Sentient Rat Swarm again in a future episode, but not today. Chester the Robot Dinosaur leaps atop a building and disappears almost as abruptly as he arrived. Will we see these Gamma World characters again? Unknown. But we perhaps will see them again, or something or someone even stranger. But Ark Skystone is thanking you and says, these things keep happening, and this was the first time they've been taking people away. Usually they've just been raiding our food stores and carrying those off, but perhaps there's just not enough for them, and so they went for people. But I need to get to the town hall to check on things, check in with the mayor, and of course you'll be compensated for the great service that you have provided to me, and by way of that, the people of Fargo themselves, because I'm their deputy mayor. They need me.
If you'd like to ride in the cart, you're the wagon. It's a wagon. You're welcome to.
That would be great. I have spent a lot of time hiding under a car, and I'm filthy and tired. And so Ark Skystone, the kind of weathered old deputy mayor, kind of climbs into your cart.
Yeah, I
pulled by your
get the
horse.
wagon and hook it back up to the horse.
Cart behind the horse. Classic.
Oh my god. Could I have a reminder of what the skill... now I've forgotten the name of the skill. Oh, interaction.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I assume, for being able to... Is that is there insight? And what is the insight skill?
I believe that is like your all-purpose kind of social charisma-based skill. One of the things they've done in Gamma World is they've collapsed together many of your skills. So, that covers a variety of things as, yeah. So
there is insight.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there is? Oh, there is.
Yeah.
I just saw that. Okay. Well, yeah, I think Clement's going to sort of... Clement's some mind breaker and doesn't
You gonna break some minds?
Talking out loud, but is just going to sort of give a cursory glance over the surface thoughts of the deputy mayor, just to check to make sure everything's on the up and up, because Clement is not sure what the heck is going on precisely. So let me roll for that, which unfortunately my insight's not great, and neither is Clement's, but I'm okay. /roll.
Do we also need to roll for new alpha mutations?
Oh, that's right.
You should feel free to do that now if you want.
Omega Tech.
16.
You're gonna get some Omega Tech very soon from our
Got it. That's right.
Skystone. Yeah, you have been promised that as payment for your theft. So you do a quick skim of Ark Skystone's mind, Clement. Is that what you're doing, or is this
Yeah,
a
just-
magical power or
Yeah,
magic?
it's not
Science
like any.
magic?
It's science magic. Yeah, I don't have any actual skill to do that. I can only break people with my mind, and that if I'm like attacking, I basically am rolling for insight, which I got a 16 to just kind of read the surface thoughts of.
Sure.
That's how I'm, sort of making it.
Our Skystone seems to be genuinely relieved that he has not been carried off by vegetable zombie monsters. He seems to be exhibiting some signs of stress and trauma. He seems like he is very sweaty.
Is there
and
any disingenuity?
No.
Okay.
And he seems to be kind of praying to something called the Great Atom under his breath over and over again.
The Great Atom. Okay.
ATOM or ADAM? Those are completely
ATOM.
different. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
a good point.
Okay.
All right.
So he
That's,
doesn't worship
that's-
the great god Santa Claus,
No.
which we
I think-
established in the previous game.
Which we established. I think, this may be one of those things where, though there are common deities, different regions may, respond to things. And I think the cold wastes of Fargo may have a different reading of the text of Santa Claus. So,
Gotcha.
all right. So he gives directions to a building that is basically their improvised town center. There's still kind of a ruined sign outside, and it says, it's unclear how many letters this is missing. It says OLLER, and then like a line break, INK. And he says that this is where the kind of the headquarters of their government is.
I get
Um,
it.
Mhm.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
Oler
he says.
Inc.
I
At first,
think
I thought it was going
we
to be
think
an Apple Holler restaurant, which might also be a Fargo thing, because it certainly is a Midwestern thing.
we think it might have been something involving printing or publishing in the before times. Inside, there is no sign of printing presses. It's just kind of one big, wide open space. There's kind of some, there's kind of waist-high railings that give like a big, that surround most of the space. And in the middle, kind of dramatically lit by some kind of spinning disco balls, is what appears to be a plant, a potted plant, a large potted plant in the center of this this large opening space.
I'm so excited about the disco ball. I have one in this room right now, so I have some inspiration. with
Is
me.
the electric slide playing?
Is the electric slide a song, or I thought I'm only
think
familiar
that's
with it
what
as
it's
a
called.
dancing move?
I think that's the name of the song that you do that dance to.
It's an electric slide whistle.
Our Skystone says, "It is such a relief to see that the mayor is unharmed."
The
What
mayor is a
is-
plant.
Arcs. Actually, I wouldn't be able to tell what Arcs is looking at because I don't know how to read human-ish bodies.
Arx kind of gestures dramatically with his purple flowing robes. Now that he is off the streets and not further and further from his would-be kidnappers, he seems to be kind of getting it put together. He says, of course, I forget my duties as deputy mayors. Allow me to present His Eminence William. He points to the tree.
Okay.
I think
I mean-
Clement does a bow.
Yep.
Mhm.
But we don't do that here.
Good, because Chase is unable to.
And he kind of, he does kind of an aside stage whisper to you, presumably, so that William won't hear it, to say, he's very popular in the polls. This is his second term.
Ooh, okay, no, that's not my
I mean,
character.
this doesn't phase
This
me
is
at all.
me.
I just I kind of wander over and say, "Your Eminence, I
Yeah,
am
like-
Chase Tarrant. I am from the forests to the north and just helped clean out some garbage from your city."
I think, Chase Tarrant, based on your lifestyle, you would recognize William as a ficus. And there's kind of just like a gentle kind of sway to the leaves that doesn't seem like it was brought up on by any reason here.
Well, I'm telekinetic, so does it
Oh.
look like that's a telekinetic movement?
Yes, it does.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
They make good bonsai.
Hmm.
Ficus.
Does anyone? I don't know if anyone has the ability to
Telekinetics.
communicate with William, the ficus.
Yeah, so if
Science check?
I was going to, Clement was going to sort of reach out with his, because I think, I can't remember how long ago it's been that I mentioned this, so when introducing Clement again, due to the nature of Clement as a mind breaker, mind breakers don't really talk out loud very often. They almost always speak with their minds. Through telepathy. So I think that anytime Clement meets new beings, Clement would sort of reach out and see if there's a connection that can be formed there. So there was, after the bow, there was perhaps a little bit of a hello, whoa, whoa, whoa.
You get back a telepathic message from William, presumably. Hi.
I think Clement would look to everyone and say, again, telekinetically, as you're all part of the group telepathy, the being speaks telepathically, and if you are able to communicate telepathically, you should do so with it.
I
think
cannot.
it's you. Yep.
But feel free to talk through Arcs. He's happy to help me out.
Arx has experienced quite an interesting series of events, and I would not mind giving Arx a bit of a mental break.
Oh, apologies. I don't know too much about what happens beyond my office unless people tell me. Would you mind thinking about what you've been up to for the last hour, just for a second?
May I reach down and touch your leaf?
Sure.
Clement reaches down and touches the leaf, and now the plant is part of the mayor. Is part of the group telepathy.
William.
So, yes, William, you are Mr. Mayor, Miss Mayor, Mayor. You may now communicate.
William's fine.
William,
We keep things casual here.
You, casual William, you may now.
Arcs handles all the fancy stuff.
Ah, fancy Arcs, casual William, you may now communicate with the group.
Well, I appreciate this, but I am very busy. I am sensing that you have played a very important role in protecting Fargo today. We've been having some serious issues with food supplies, and I will make sure that you are well compensated for your work today. And should you find yourselves able to help out Fargo in the future, you would have my appreciation and, of course, be compensated. I believe in paying people a fair wage. Arts. I guess is Arcs allowed to join your group telepathy chat?
Yeah.
It's crowded in here. Yes, I will send for the armorer at once. You will be outfitted with the finest technology that we have available.
Excellent. Compensation is fantastic.
Arcs disappears and then returns a moment later, accompanied by kind of a strange robotic fellow. Jason, how would we describe this new addition to the area?
It's a big metal creature, metal human form, robot-y kind of guy with big stomping feet.
Big stomping feet.
Stomping feet.
Yeah, heavy footfalls as this robotic fellow stomps into the speaker's area here. Speaker is sometimes what they call the mayor. It depends on how formal they're being. He is carrying
Could I
a
quickly
large metal
confirm?
box.
I just want to quickly confirm that this is still Theater of the Mind and that the map shouldn't be different.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have a map of the mayor's office.
That's okay. I just got worried there for a second that I didn't get transferred over,
Nope.
and I'm like, I'm recording this screen and there's nothing. Okay, good. That's good.
Jason, perhaps your character would like to introduce themselves.
You guys, the ones I'm supposed to deliver these weapons to?
Sure, we'll take weapons.
Excellent.
The robotic fellow opens up the large metal crate they've been carrying, and inside is kind of a mishmash of, let's just say, junk. It's junk, but some of it is functional junk. I would like each of you to
I know
to
that
roll.
this looks like junk to you, but I assure you, this junk works.
I guess William is still in the telepathy chat, so why not? William says, "We've relied on Ace here for also many of things. He's a bit of a zookeeper, weaponsmith, tech genius. Whatever you need, I'm sure he can help you out. Why don't you all roll on the Omega Tech table for what you can pull out of this box?
What is the roll? D.
What is
40?
that roll?
Up to-
I think it's
yeah,
a
like-
D40.
How high do we get to go on this sweet table is my question.
Yeah, let's start with 40 for now. Hey,
All
Jason,
right.
you know, it's your box of stuff. I think you should roll a D40 as well.
All right. I don't have a table though.
You're about to.
Oh, okay.
You're about to have a table.
Yeah. Dropping a table in the Zoom chat.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
this is where we use
my
our classic
goodness.
table of Omega Tech. Now, Omega Tech represents all kinds of technology that was scavenged, some of it from, you know, the other places. It tends to be a little otherworldly in nature. Some of it comes from alien species, some of it comes from dimension hoppers, some of it comes from Area 52. Now, you might ask me, what about Area 51? People, that's what we call a front. Follow the money. Area 52 is where the good stuff is. So yeah, I think as you're kind of ravaging around in here, scavenging around in here, you may be able to piece together some things. So who's ready to tell us what they just pulled out of the old box of junk?
I am.
Good.
Because mine doesn't get pulled out. Mine actually crawls across the floor. It is a tiny little biological construct that looks like an itty bitty gecko, and it climbs up like just right up the stalk, and then like onto the top of the mushroom. It's supposed to perch on your shoulder. Chase doesn't have a shoulder, so it basically just perches on like right in the smack top, like middle of the dome. Is there a tiny little gecko, and apparently it translates foreign languages into something that I understand.
That's so cool.
So
Told you it
that's
works.
The blather gecko. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's pretty great. It's cute as a button.
Mine is a Mark I laser pistol. It shoots beams of focused blue energy. It's not a
Nice.
gecko.
Classic though.
Aline?
I have an Enviromask, which is a bright green gas mask, I guess. It lets me
Classy.
breathe in dangerous environments. If you want to use a silly voice when wearing it, that's up to you, says the flavor text. Yeah. And a +4 bonus to defenses
Oh,
when I'm using
nice.
all
Which would
defenses?
be nice.
Wow.
it. Against poison attacks. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Jason Snell, did you root around in your own box of stuff that works?
Ace goes like, what? Who am I? Who am I? And he lowers one of his claws into the box and goes and pulls out
Nothing.
a cape,
It's a claw machine.
A cape?
a
Or
cape, a cape,
Nice.
the
It
Enviro
must be
cape, and puts it on his metal shoulders and ties it on his little neck, and he says,
Aw.
Enviro capes are great. They protect you from radiation. I know I look like someone who doesn't need protection from radiation, but I assure you, I also do not like radiation, just like you meatbags.
Wow. I take
Stomp,
offense
stomp,
to that,
stomp,
sir.
stomp. Except for you. Well, how do you feel about radiation? I don't actually know.
Well, I don't like radiation, but I am not a meat bag,
All right. Well,
nor a plant bag.
see, all of us don't like radiation, right? Am I
It's
right?
very clear that that's only in your comment about pulling out nothing. This is the apocalypse, so it's a broken claw machine, which means it does give you something.
I'm just very good at it, says Ace.
William pops back in and says, mentally, as he does, because he doesn't go anywhere because he's a Picus, and just says, Ace, I sense things are not well with you.
Uh-oh.
It's true, William. It's true. Something terrible has happened with all the zombie attack commotion going on. I can't find Seppi.
Oh, dearest Seppi. Well, perhaps our new friends of Fargo could help you out.
What is a seppi?
Seppi is my pet.
Is it this gecko? Because I could give this back.
Seppi's cage was in my workshop over at the Ed Iver Ooh. But he's not there now. Instead, somebody spotted him all the way on the other side of town over by the Go Dome.
That's about 7 miles walking.
I hope that maybe you could help me bring Seppi back. I would be very appreciative. It makes my metal heart very sad to think that Seppi is out there alone.
What kind of compensation will we get for that?
What do you think, William? Can you help me out? I mean, could we count these great lizards and capes and things as part of compensation, or is there something else we could do?
I mean, I thought that was for defending the town.
Clement voices over the chat. Compensation will not be needed for my assistance. I am happy to help you.
Thank you.
As
You've
for the
warmed
rest
the
of them-
heart of this automated crushing machine, by which I mean I turned on my heart and it's 2 degrees warmer now.
Perhaps you will need to list compensation if you wish to include the rest of the group, as Charlotte Varsk has yet to communicate her desire to participate.
I've got some other metal boxes. I could open one for you and you could see what was in it. I don't know if it's anything that works.
I would say you probably have access to piles and piles of junk, Ace.
Yeah. Some of it works.
Some of it is malfunctioning carpet steamers you can add to your collection.
Could always use more.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Also, I have a table if you're interested.
Yeah,
The
random
fabled table.
inventory generator.
I hear they make good protective devices.
Will you help me find Seppi?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. I've warmed my heart an additional 5 degrees.
And so you head out from the Oler Inc. To in the direction of where Seppi was last seen, according to what people have had. Fargo is starting to kind of open back up. People are kind of unbarricading their homes and businesses. There are some people out in the street. In general, it seems like that the attack did not do much in terms of violence, mainly property damage, but people do look worried. You pass by at least basically one kind of warehouse-looking structure that clearly looked like it was basically some kind of place where food was stockpiled, that it's just been completely ransacked, and like a wall caved into it. So you do have, it takes a little while to walk across Fargo, but it probably feels a little bit better just to see that like the city is kind of coming back to normal. There's places where people are dragging away stacks of zombie veggie monsters, loading them into carts to haul away and whatnot. There, as you get closer to a structure on the north side of Fargo that is known as the Go Dome, you notice some signs. Ace, why don't you give me a quick science check to look for Seppi tracks?
Okay, how do I do that, Tony?
D20, and then you have a science score, I believe.
So I just
Under
add that?
skills.
Yeah.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop,
Or
boop, boop.
subtract in some cases, at least for me.
Yeah.
15.
You notice there's some places where, like, not on the road itself, but in places kind of next to the road, the dirt is kind of churned and turned up in a way that is very distinctive and recognizable to you. That suggests that the clues about, or the rumor about where Seppi had been spotted are right on.
Seppi was here. Seppi is around here somewhere.
How can you tell?
The dirt is churned up like Seppi does.
What kind of pet is Seppi?
We probably should ask.
Oh, I did not tell you.
No.
Forgive me. Seppi is a land shark.
Of course. Okay.
Do we all know what that is? And are we worried?
I think Clement is not going to pretend.
Have you
like-
heard the stories of the Jaws? A terrifying tale about a city with a much worse mayor than this city. Terrorized by a giant fish that swam in the sea. Seppi is a giant fish that swims in the dirt, but nice.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that gives us something to go on. Do the tracks lead in any direction?
They seem to lead right to the Go Dome.
Let's go.
Does
All right.
Seppi respond to Seppi's name?
Stomp. Does Seppi come when I call?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Perhaps we should shout out Seppi's name as we traipse into the Go Dome.
I can shout very loud.
That is true. Chase Tarrant, you have rattled my ear flaps many a time.
Yeah, so I will, once again, when we get to the entranceway of the Go Dome, I will telekinetically unhitch the wagon, and it's just me on the horse in my side saddle with the other side saddle full of important junk. Honestly, as soon as you said there's lots of boxes of junk, I was like, Chase Tarrant is on board.
Yep. Can I open
Chase
up
likes more than junk. So yeah, just the
Radio
horse.
Shack
So as
after
soon as we
this.
get inside, I will basically just kind of come to the front and do the thing again where all of the frills all the way around, and I say, "Hold on, little gecko," and just activate all the frills in every direction at the same time and yell, "Seppi!"
All right. So the Go Dome appears to be it's a huge kind of oval-shaped structure, stadium seating, because it may have at one point in its life been some kind of stadium. I think that's the kind of seating I keep in there. It's unclear what role this played in the culture of the before times. Probably some kind of gladiatorial fight pit or something like that. There is a field inside that looks like probably at some points in its life may have been used for farming purposes, but has lain fallow for quite some time. And even, there's some scrubs and even trees that have started to grow in here. The ground is very torn up in what I guess you would at this point recognize as Seppi tracks. And Chase Tarrant, you kind of stride out into the, to the field right at, what the olden people called the 50-yard line, and call out Seppi across, I guess, many wavelengths. There is, I think, Chase, you are aware of vibrations, tremors in the ground beneath you, and perhaps much faster than you would have expected, Seppi arrives immediately in beneath you. A giant shark-like creature bursts through the ground.
Holy moly.
And attempts to take Chase Tarrant with him. So
What?
I'm just gonna roll some dice here. Don't mind me. This is just the thing I like to do for fun.
I feel it's important for me to point out that I actually am granting combat advantage because I'm on a horse. I thought I'm not technically on the horse. I'm in I'm in a side saddle on next to a horse.
22 versus armor class then, because you're granting combat advantage.
Yeah. I mean, unless we want to house rule it that I'm not because I'm on the other side of the horse this time. Oh no, but then I'm making my horse.
Yeah. Well, I rolled
But yeah,
mid
that hits.
damage, so this could have been a lot worse.
Or the horse.
8 damage, and you are in the jaws of Seppi, who has burst out of the ground, a kind of maroon-looking shark, big flapping gills on the side of its neck, classic shark fin on top, bloodshot red eyes, huge gaping maw, full of teeth, and at this point, one sentient mushroom. Fungoid. Where a shark's fin would be, these are a little bit more like mole claws, and you can really only see kind of the top half of Seppi. The rest is beneath the ground. I'm gonna ask all of you to roll initiative because Seppi is rolling an initiative. Now, Ace, you know that sometimes Seppi gets confused. We all do. It's been a very stressful day, and sometimes you can talk a Seppi down. Sometimes you might have to wear Seppi out to get Seppi to see reason. You know how it is, right, Ace?
Yep.
play for a long time.
Is this
I-
basically like
Is there
we're
time to
throwing a
ask
ball
Ace
for
what's going
Seppi?
on?
Like,
I'm just
I don't want to
saying-
be the ball.
I'm not using this podcast to suggest violence against pets, but if any of your pets are a land shark, there's
This is-
Tony,
this is
I
one
think
of
I
those-
need
what
to
you
be
can
given
do.
control over Ace and his token.
Oh, I apologize. You probably.
This is one of those Pokemon situations where you have to like battle it down to capture it, which
Got
is cruel and bad.
Yeah, ew.
All right, Seppi got a 10. Clement Ashfire, how'd you do?
Oh wait, I put mine in. Why did it go away?
Oh, I may have done something wrong. So,
Okay, it's there now.
all right. So, the good news is Clement Ashfire and Charlotte Varsk are next, then Seppi, followed by Ace, followed by Chase Tarrant. So, Clement Ashfire, a giant land shark, has burst through the field of the Go Dome and has your friend pinned between its jaws.
You know what? Clement's a little disappointed to have gotten a boring laser pistol and is ready to just make use of said laser pistol. So Clement pulls up the laser pistol, sort of aims it as square as possible at Seppi, and Clement, knowing that Ace is a robot who likely can't hear the group speak that Clement speaks with, chooses to speak out loud, which unfortunately results in you having to hear Clement's out loud voice. I am sorry for this. And then fires the laser pistol at Seppi. And let me find where... Oh, I wrote that all down. Okay. And it is an attack of that. Okay. So... plus this. Okay, 24 versus reflex.
All right, you nail Seppi right in the gills with a shot from your laser gun.
Owie wowie. Okay, so that is going to be plus my intelligence modifier. Oh God. Plus my... Okay, so that's 2, so plus 5. Okay. That's 48 plus 5.
48?
48.
Laser damage. 24, which was the same thing that I got for the attack roll. 24 laser damage as Clement Ashfire pulls the I don't know, the holographic laser on the Mark 1 laser pistol? Sure.
Seppi roars and kind of grinds his teeth a little bit, which is not great for Chase Tarrant. But what are you going to do? Clearly, lasers are very effective against land sharks. It's just science. Anything else, Clement?
No, that's all Clement's going to do for now.
All right. Charlotte Varks, you're next. A land shark with a telekinetic fungoid is in front of you.
yeah. Sorry, I had to look up my hit points because my hit points. I deleted my hit points. So I've been doing a little bit of research to figure out what it means.
You are invincible.
Yeah, basically, that's how that
If
works.
you have no hit points, none can be taken from you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness. All right. Well, I feel like I'm a zombie, and I'm an ice zombie. So I'm not sure that much actually phases me.
Mm.
I do know that Ace is an ally, and I do know that Ace likes Seppi. So I don't want to try to grievously harm Seppi.
You can always pull your punches or your zombie bites. You don't have to bite. You can just nibble.
just a bit of a land shark nibble.
Just a little bit. It's a very
shark.
big
Yeah, mhm.
land shark. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I just, Charlotte, it says something about you that you're concerned about killing it as it's murdering your friend.
I mean,
Are we even friends? Like, we just met on the road.
Maybe Ace knows a song to sing to calm it down.
also
We can
new
keep it alive.
ally. Like, we don't really know what's going on. I feel like, I don't know, but I am going to take a step forward. I am going to reach out and like try to boop its snoot.
Oh, I hear that
'cause-
works well with sharks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
a
again-
lot of snoot on this shark.
Yep. Or whatever fin, whatever's handy. So this is versus fortitude. And this is a 21 versus fortitude.
That will definitely hit a Seppi.
Okay, so I reach out with a finger and I boop it. And as I boop it, ice chains kind of come out and bind it. For 10 cold damage. But the thing that I've achieved is Seppi is slowed until the end of my next turn. So hopefully that'll, I don't know, he's right next to chasing me anyway. It doesn't maybe matter a whole lot, but maybe it'll do some good.
The chompers
slow
can't
it.
chomp as quickly.
Yeah. Slow down those chompers.
All right. All set, Charlotte?
Yeah.
All right. Seppi suddenly realizes that this situation is not what Seppi thought it was. As Seppi is encased in ice-like chains. Seppi, still with Chase Tarrant in its terrible jaws, kind of burrows back under the ground, trying to
It's fine with me.
take Chase Tarrant with him and get free of these ice chains. You see Seppi kind of almost like porpoise-like going up and down across the ground,
Slow.
across the field, trying to get away from you, but is slowed and can only get 2 squares away with Chase Tarrant still in his jaws. While this is happening, Chase Tarrant, you don't have eyes, but you have a very front seat view of Seppi burrowing through the ground, bursting up, burrowing through the ground, bursting up, burrowing through the ground, bursting up.
Wow.
Unfortunately, while this is happening, Seppi is also grinding its teeth just a little bit. So I rolled an
Those ongoing
18
damage.
versus armor class.
Nope.
No?
Nope. My armor class is 19.
Haha.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, you're tough of fungal
I am tough. I mean, have you like
armor.
mushrooms? Like you can smush them quite a bit without actually doing a
bounce
lot of
back?
damage to them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this,
Yep.
It's
yeah.
like chewing gum.
Also, a good portion of my trunk has spent most of my life underground, so this isn't like a big deal for me. It's just like, oh, usually not this much of me is under
Usually
there, but
there's
whatever.
Not a land shark there, though, right?
That's true. This
Most
is the
of the
first
time.
land shark I've had the pleasure of meeting.
Oh.
Ace or ACE, it is your turn.
All right, Ace is going to run over, stomp, 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 to where Seppi is, and is going to try to grab Seppi, perhaps even by the tail, with his machine grip.
Love it.
And that is versus reflex.
Yes.
It is a 19.
All right, you reach out with your and Seppi tries to dodge. Seppi has a very good reflex, but not a 19 good reflex. And Ace, you've had to you kind of clamp Seppi, like I imagine, like by the scruff of his neck, with your.
I was thinking by his tail, like
By
pulling
his
him
tail.
from
and
from
Seppi
not going
is
any further.
Still being kind of slowed by ice chains, and now a large stompy robot is firmly affixed to his tail. What
Yes.
does machine grip do? Does it also do damage?
It immobilizes
Oh,
Seppi until the start of my next turn.
Seppi does not want to be immobilized. Seppi is a creature of the land.
And
Seppi wants
I'm going to do, just in
you
case,
know,
I don't know
burrow and
how is Seppi's damage looking?
Seppi is not bloodied. You think that Seppi still looks like Seppi's got a lot of fight in them.
All right.
So
Well,
they're rambunctious.
when we get close, I would make this non-lethal damage, but regardless,
Yes.
it's nine damage as part of the grip. He's immobilized, and then I say, Seppi, calm it down. These are friends. Calm it down. Like
Now-
Seppi's like, I'm very embarrassed that you've done this to my friends. Bad Seppi.
You're one of those.
That's
He's
Steppy.
nice. He's nice.
I don't understand why.
He likes people.
He likes
I never
other
put
creatures.
him on a leash when I take him to a busy park, but he likes people.
Oh, he does like mushrooms, though.
Oh no.
Now, unfortunately, I think, Seppi has had a rough day. Seppi had a home back at your workshop and has gotten out. And, at first that's exciting for a land shark. But then it gets kind of scary and they don't know what's going on. And, your machine grip attack has bloodied Seppi. And unfortunately, when you bloody a land shark, they get real worked up. And so, it may take a little bit more to get Seppi to calm down.
Yeah.
Because Seppi is going into a frothing rage.
It happens.
Meanwhile, inside Seppi's fearsome jaws, it's Chase Aaron's turn. Do you have any attacks that are really good when you're inside a shark, Erica?
Possibly. I mean, I have this power called telekinetic wave where I could try to push him away from me. Do I think that might work? Like, just based on
That would
where I
break.
am
That would break the.
would it? Okay.
Yeah, they don't use the word grab in Gamma World because they want to be simpler than 4E, but it's effectively that you are grabbed.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bust out my my very pretty, let's see, Gemini polyhedral black starlight dice to make this roll, and I'm going to try to do a telekinetic wave at Seppi. Just at Seppi. I'm gonna not get an ace in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first roll. That's not so bad. That is an 18 versus, let's see, fortitude.
That will hit. You all are rolling very high. This is not like our zombie fight. So yeah, that'll hit a land shark.
Okay, so let's see. I will push the target 3 squares, and also, oh boy, I'm rolling very well, and also do 11 points of damage.
3 squares. So Seppi is knocked back across the field of the Go Dome. How much damage did you say that was?
11.
All right. Seppi looks at you with hungry dead eyes.
Let's see. Do I have anything I can do as a bonus action? I don't think so. Question: is the gecko still on top of my my mushroom dome?
I think so. I think
Okay.
it's a long.
It doesn't matter if I have to grab it after the fight, unless Seppi speaks some language that I don't understand.
It's
in which
a,
case, I would the gecko would be helpful, but otherwise,
it's
no.
a legally distinct babelfish, so
Yeah.
it's permanently attached, I think.
Geckos are known for their sticky feet.
And
So
I'm going to say that
true.
Tony, in reading the machine grip, it says that if I move to a square that isn't adjacent to the target, the immobilization ends. So I'm going to interpret that I got
you're gonna
dragged
go
along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's a very.
But you were
complicated-
outside the field of it, so that you didn't take the actual damage. of
Right.
it.
I just
You
got dragged because I've got the grip on the
Yeah. Kind of
shark's
like
tail.
like an anchor.
Yep.
Interesting.
Also, I just want to point
Uh-huh.
out that alpha mutations happen at the end of a fight, not the beginning of a fight. So we don't need to do that. The alpha mutation
We
that
didn't
rolled
get them
earlier
at the
today,
beginning of or at the end of our last fight, though.
but we
Yeah,
did.
because we were going to roll at the beginning of the show for the end of the last fight. And we didn't. I think you were the only one that did it, Erica.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Erica did. Other
Tony
people,
said do it,
yeah.
and I did it.
Yeah,
All right.
you
Well,
did it.
Cool.
I say a lot of things.
I'm good.
Clement Ashfire, what will you do? You got a laser gun. You got a mine that
Oh,
breaks other
it's-
mines.
It's an encounter laser gun, so I have to not do that. But don't worry, because Clement's going to try. Is going to see if there's any mental capacity to this creature and strike out with a
Sharks have
psychic
brains.
assault.
They can't get Alzheimer's.
How's a 25 versus Will sound?
What? Remember when you all couldn't roll above a 10?
Yes, I do.
Yep. 25 versus Will.
I had a
Will.
feeling.
Yeah.
That's 13 psychic damage, please.
Seppi thrashes around in the ground, next to Ace. Ace is still firmly affixed to Seppi's tail, looking very bewildered to have been knocked across the ground and then psychically attacked. Anything else?
I think Clement will just move. Whoops. I know I've got to switch back my little pointer here. We'll move up to here.
Charlotte Vars.
Yeah. Okay. So double check my counting. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing again. Just gonna reach out and boop Seppi.
Boop.
Yep. Just trying to keep that slowed thing going.
I like it.
This is a 19 on the die versus fortitude.
Yeah, we don't do math on 19s.
Okay. And that is this time because it still has the effect of my icy grasp from last time. It takes 2d6 cold damage instead of just 1.
Nice.
So that is 16 total cold damage.
Okay. Seppi is like all thrashing around on the ground, and the icy touch kind of goes through Seppi and slows down, and then seems to calm down. And Ace, Seppi just kind of curls up by your giant stomping feet.
Oh, thank goodness. I did not want to kill this creature.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah, for you, that's totally fair. You got chomped.
You have defeated Seppi. Seppi is not dead, but Seppi has had the fight taken out of them. I thought this fight was going to go a lot longer because Seppi is about as tough as a zombie monster that you all spent like 2 hours trying to fight. But turns out
They
when you roll
rolled
well
better.
and hit,
Yeah.
Seppi seems almost embarrassed about the whole thing. And Ace, Seppi is eager to follow you wherever you are going to take Seppi at this stage of things. You now have a land shark, Jason.
Yeah. Seppi.
Also, can we sit for 5 minutes so I can get my points back?
And so
I
you do.
need a rest.
Seppi, stay.
And we need new alpha mutations at this
Mutations.
point then.
Mhm.
Can I check on Seppi and see, like, do I have some sort of connection with him where I might
Yeah.
be able to understand, or either that or like I take out my land shark leash and put it on him, something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. It seems like Seppi was just probably Seppi got out, and then there were zombies everywhere. And when a land shark gets scared, things happen. And was just a little, things got away from Seppi, got the zoomies, and now you had to show some
zoomies.
kind of tough love, and Seppi has a thick hide, but Seppi is kind of back with it again,
Good,
knows what's
good.
going on, and is ready to follow you home. Seppi probably does not know the way. So shall we fast forward back to your workshop, Ace?
Sure.
That
All
works for
right.
me.
It is a strange sight as a mind breaker, a fungoid riding a horse, a cryokinetic zombie, and a robot lead a land shark down the streets of Fargo. But that
Robot
is
with-
Gamma World.
With a cape.
Yeah, don't forget the
Robot
game.
with a
Robot
cape.
with a cape.
Stop. Cape.
Stop.
But at
Swish,
this point,
swish, swish.
the people of Fargo have seen a lot, and some things just don't even faze them anymore. And people know Ace, and some people know Seppi, and so you make it back to Ace's workshop without incident. Ace has all kinds of manner of junk from working on various projects. So I am going to give you a choice. Each of you gets to roll. You have to decide new junk or classic junk, but you get a roll on the junk tables. And we'll do that and then wrap and conclude our episode. So,
Excited. Junk.
Aline, all right. Aline, new junk, classic junk.
It's a tough
New.
call, isn't it?
It's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say new?
No.
All right, new, roll 2d10s and give me the numbers separately. Everybody else roll your 2d10s and get ready.
Shoot. I gotta dig out my d10s. All right. 2 and a 0.
2 and a 0 is a carpet steamer.
Oh my
I knew that sounded familiar.
Another carpet steamer, Lord.
I
Taylor
believe
was
that is
behind
your
door number 2.
third
Yep.
carpet steamer.
Yep.
You know that we rebuild civilization one carpet steamer at a time. Erica,
I definitely have to take classic junk because I don't
Classic
want
junk.
another carpet steamer.
Yeah.
yep,
I got a 0 or a 10 and an 8.
10 and 8. You get perhaps one of the more functionally exciting things on the list. You get ammunition.
Yes.
Nice.
Wait,
Don't
Is
you
it
have a gun?
Can I? Yeah, I have a portable autocannon which I carry around in my wagon. Yep.
That's amazing. It's an auto cannon. That's amazing.
Yep. Hey,
And
you gave this to me, Tony. You did this.
why is it always my fault? Micah Sargent, new junk, classic junk.
New junk, and my numbers are 5 and 7.
5 and 7. Let's see here.
And now
it's
I need to
another
look up how
water
guns
bottle-
work again.
5 and 7 is a pair of pajamas.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Nice.
Of my description.
it just says pajamas. So I think it's up to you to decide what kind of pajamas
Please
they
tell
are.
us what they look like, and are you wearing them?
I think Clement Ashfire immediately dons his new silk pajamas. They are black. In like the background of them is black, and they have gold stars and little white moons. All
Very
of
nice.
them.
These are
Oh,
some
fancy.
quality pajamas that have survived the apocalypse.
They were
Indeed.
shrink wrapped.
Well,
I'm
you
sure.
have done, you have done. Oh yeah, minted box. You have done some important work here in Fargo today. You have made a new friend among the people that keep Fargo running, and you have made an acquaintance, Seppi the land shark. Perhaps next time you'll do more to explore what is going on with these zombie vegetable attacks on Fargo. Where is all of the food supplies going, and how can you preserve the safety of Fargo beyond just fighting back against the zombies? And perhaps we'll talk more to William the Ficus or Ark Skystone, Deputy Ficus.
Deputy Ficus.
I didn't ask any questions. For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill, Gamma World, hyphen Famine in Fargo, hyphen, that's the name of the adventure. I don't think I'd said it before. The end.
And
Woo.
comma the.
Mhm. Yep.
Good
Oh,
job
Seppi.
with the combat. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Goodness
Jason,
gracious.
thank
I'm
you for
afraid that
being-
land shark has a taste for mushrooms now. The
Mushroom.
umami
Yeah.
of my.
I know, right?
It's like having a young boxer
Mm.
dog, to be clear. Not
I
just
figured.
young boxer.
Like a young boxer.
Put him up. Put him up.
Jason,
it's funny
thank you
that
for
the,
filling in as our guest star on a somewhat
Yes,
short
thank
notice.
you.
So,
And for not being a
and
rabbit
thank you
that
for not
kills
killing
us.
all of us.
yeah.
Although
Yeah.
you almost kind of did, honestly.
Yeah, and so Tony gave me all the information about the Seppi, and I decided that Ace was going to be just kind of blithely unaware of that people might have a problem with a land shark, and so I just didn't mention that, and nobody
Nice.
asked for a while, and
That's
You're
pretty
awesome.
great.
that was good.
So trusting.
No, it was
so
good.
very trusting.
I had to double check to make sure that this isn't a printing error on my character sheet because there's a line that's kind of wonky. But no, my wisdom genuinely is 4. So like riding a horse and granting combat advantage all the time, riding into an arena and shouting and not asking about what is your pet, even though my intelligence is 18. I think made sense. So I thought about all of those things and I was like, nope, I should just do them.
That's fantastic. All
See, my
right.
wisdom is high. I don't know. I just sometimes you
also
just
have
gotta
a-
save the pet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yep.
Yeah, I mean, that
Pet.
could be the wisest decision, honestly.
All right. I think I can stop
Everybody
recording the map.
note, if you didn't already, because I hadn't, note down what your
I'll stop recording.
alpha mutation and
Yeah.
omega tech are, because I would have forgotten.
Live stream, thank you for watching or
Thank you,
listening or
live
whatever you're
stream.
doing.
Good night, Mom.
We'll see you. I'll
See you next
treat
time.